Good night, morning, afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Tail Podcast. I'm your host for this week, Axel, and I'm joined by my two trainers, Trainer 1, Ivan.
Oh, I'm a trainer again?
Yeah, this is your different reason. And Trainer 2, John.
I need training.
You need training.
I need training, whether or not that's physical training, mental training, or just body training. I just need something.
Body training.
Body training.
That's great.
Right. Well, I'll explain to you guys the reason why you're called trainers this time around. But how y'all's been this week?
Terrible.
That's not good.
Nah, I'm kidding. No,
No,
it's been generally pretty good.
I was about to say your wallet's not feeling too great right now. I can tell you that.
No, it's not. And it's not going to be for a while. So,
I will never financially recover from this.
I will never financially recover from this.
And I was at whatever his wallet is not feeling. Yeah, sorry, I'm tired. I was there this entire weekend, so I've been doing a lot of traveling and all sorts of different stuff. So
everybody's wallet's a little late.
Came over and just stole the money on my wallet. And then dipped. Nothing else.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Drove 6 hours just to do that, and then 6 hours back.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
just realized that I'm not 6 feet. No, just kidding.
well, that's good to hear. I'm just going to jump straight into it because I'll give you guys a little context why I called you guys trainers. So there's this game, right? We're talking about Japanese companies again. So first and foremost, wait, how long have we been? We're not at the 5-minute mark, so we can't curse yet. But
Mother.
so while I explain this, while we wait before we can say that, so recently there's you guys know about Konami, yeah? You guys know about Konami?
Yeah.
Street Fighter, all that type of jazz, Monster
The
Hunter.
Konami code.
Yep. All that type of stuff. So yeah, they exist, and recently, not too long ago, I'm pretty sure I've talked about this game before. But you guys know about horse racing?
I've gambled on it before. Yeah.
Yes. So
The Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. So yeah, literally horse racing. So you guys know about horse racing and whatnot. Do you guys know that horse racing is very, 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 very popular in Japan?
Yep. I actually knew that. Just because of how much I've actually gambled on it. So
yeah. Okay. So John's actually quite knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Like how into horse racing are you, or like do you just know about it?
So I don't know a whole lot in regards to the actual like horse racing itself, than just the process of breeding the horses and getting them situated accordingly for these particular races.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any particular types of races other than the Kentucky Derby and racing for the Triple Crown.
Do you know any horse names or anything like that, or no?
No, usually they're kind of off the wall, kind of odd, like White Blazer and that kind of stuff.
You're right.
I bet on a horse called Coconut once. That was pretty funny. Ended up losing.
Yep.
So I don't have a good track record when it comes to gambling on horse racing.
So yeah, the only reason why I bring that up is because, like I said, Japan has a very massive horse racing scene. And not too long ago, a game made off of horse racing has finally reached over to the West. It's called Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And it's basically anime horse girls racing.
What?
And, yeah. It's about anime horse girls racing. The
Off
horses
yourself now.
The horses based on this game, like the anime girls, are based off of real life horses that have raced in the past and whatnot. And they basically take their personality and design an anime girl over it, and then they put it in the game. And you have to remember, horse racing is insane in Japan. They are very popular. So this game is very, very, very popular because people already love these horses in real life. And then, Japan, with the whole Japanese fighting and waifu fighting, people love them. People love these horses and whatnot. So I just want to state this. It's a very, very popular game. And when it came over here to the West, it kind of took over for a bit. A lot of streamers, even to this day, still play this game because it's a gambling game. It's literally horse racing, if you've ever done it. John, you've seen it, you've experienced it, betting on a horse and see if it wins or not, and all that.
It's pretty fun. Betting on horse gambling and that kind of stuff is a good time.
Yeah, and this is
a good time.
This is basically just anime horse girl betting. I'm pretty sure it
lost me with the anime.
You never know. You might like this, honestly, because we were talking about gambling and whatnot, and this is something similar, but it's not actually the gambling. But anyways, so talking about that, this is the egregious part. We're at the 7-minute mark, so we can officially say this. Fuck Japanese corpos and Nintendo specifically. I hate Nintendo. Fuck them. And
actually, we're on the 5.5 minute mark, but
the 5-minute mark's good.
Yeah, it's still good. Still good.
We're at the 5-minute mark. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm looking at the recording time. But anyways, I know I was looking at the video recording time, not the audio. But anyways, fuck them. Anyways, we're past the 5-minute mark, so we're good.
I did look it up, and this crap is fucking whack.
It's a really fun game.
It's a terrible time to have ears.
It's a fun game.
Furries, man.
Oh, okay. So that's a discussion for later, because we talk about furry levels. We can get into furry level, but we're not talking about that today.
No.
But anyways, this is what I'm talking about. Japanese corpos fucking suck, and I hate them with every fiber of our being. Remember recently we were talking about Nintendo and the Power World lawsuit with patents and whatnot? Yeah. So Nintendo recently lost a patent on, for those who don't know, on a mechanic of summoning a creature to battle something. And they lost the patent, thankfully, because what the fuck is wrong with you? Why, how can you patent something like that? That's ridiculous. And currently what's happening with Konami and Cygames is the one who made Uma Musume. They're suing them. So just a 2 giant corpo battle over a game. And Konami is suing this game that's super popular for $26 million. Like, this is what they originally wanted to happen to this game. So they wanted $26 million and the game to shut down. Even though it's like a massive game that's been for a long time and it's finally came over to the West. Now they decide to sue them. But you know what's the best part about this lawsuit? Do you want to hear why they're suing over this?
Yeah, why?
So they're suing because they own the copyright to support characters. They have the copyright of support characters, a supporting character. Konami owns the right to a support character. I said that 4 times. That is, what the fuck?
How do you get a patent for that?
I don't fucking know, but they own the patent for that.
Patent in Japan, yeah?
Yeah.
There's no way that's in the US.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's not a...
Well, that's what I say. No. It's 2 Japanese corpos fighting, and we're like we talked about, when it comes to copyright in Japan, they take it very serious, and it's very strict over there. But the fact that Konami owns a fucking patent to a support character, and they're suing this very popular game and want it to be shut down because of it, is fucking abysmal. Like,
corpo greed, man.
Can you imagine that? That would never happen in the West, right? But like, that is insane. That is actually insane.
Thanks, Japan.
That's crazy.
You can't. This is why like copyright and copyright abuse is insane, and like it stifles creativity. Like Konami never, they never stopped this game from developing beforehand. It's always, they only use this stuff as a weapon, right? They use copyright as a weapon, and rather than a thing to, like, protect their actual copyright stuff for, right? Because they're just like, oh, this game is insanely popular. They have a lot of money. Let's steal a shit ton of money from them and then have the game shut down. Because they own support characters, the support unit. They own the copyright for that.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But speaking of patents.
Yeah.
So was there anything else you wanted to say on that before I kind of segue a little bit?
No, I mean, other than like that's ridiculous. And they actually did settle, and it was not in Konami's favor, by the way. Like I said, this game is very popular, and they have an insane support behind this game, the Uma Musume game. That they did not. It didn't go well for them. Because funnily enough, this game's actually backed by the Japanese mafia, the Yakuza.
Is it
the
really?
Japanese mafia?
Yeah. Oh,
That's awesome.
See, no, I keep forgetting. I keep leaving out important details because, like I said, horse racing is insanely popular in Japan, and guess who is a big proprietor of that? The Yakuza. And
yeah, the Yakuza.
And because of that, they make sure Uma Musume is very strict. And the anime horse girls look as pretty as possible, and they look great, and they represent the horses as best as they can. You have to remember, these horses are worth like tens of millions of dollars, each of these horses.
And more often than not are probably owned by the Yakuza as well.
Yeah, exactly. So they want their horse girls to look nice and pretty. And also, that's why I meant you guys are trainers, because in the game, you're a trainer.
We're training horses.
Yeah, you train the horses to race. You're a horse trainer. You don't play the horse girls. You train them. You train them, and then you send them to horse race.
Don't bite. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it. They lost it pretty bad. It was really funny when it happened, because that's at least a W, because that's insane.
That's
insane
crazy
to say. But yeah.
All right, cool. So speaking of patents, so I know, Axel, you're not a huge car guy, are you? Or
No.
are you a big car guy? Okay.
Not too much.
I know Ivan kind of is.
Yeah.
I've been into cars for a long time. I'm not in any way, shape, or form an expert, but I can definitely wrench on one, and I can respect them and like a good car. So Porsche, or Porsche, however you pronounce it.
Porsche
released a patent this week. It just went public. I just posted it in the group chat. It is a it is a W18 engine.
Which is fucking insane.
So for anybody who doesn't know, for any of the listeners, for Axel, in case you didn't know, whenever it comes to any type of car engine, usually so whenever you say, like, in my Impala that I just bought, it's a 3.6 liter V6. So the 3.6 liter is the cubic volume of the engine block, and then the V6, the V stands for the shape or the way that the cylinders are positioned to the crankshaft, and then the 6 is how many cylinders there are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have like a 2.7 i7 or a 2.7 i4, you have a 2.7 liter cubic liter inline 4-cylinder. So it's inline is where all the cylinders are in a straight line. A V is when they're in a V shape. Volkswagen just patented the W shape. So now there's 3 individual heads sharing a common crankshaft. I think when I read the paperwork, it said it was a forged titanium crankshaft, which is insane. On a
expensive.
On a tri-head 18-cylinder engine. Here's the crazy
fucking
part.
Insane.
Because each individual head has its own compression and it holds its own compression, it can be turbocharged. So this engine is a tri-headed 18-cylinder tri-turboed engine, which is insane.
So my question is, because most of that went in one ear and out the other, is this good or bad?
No, this is really good. I would say that this is Porsche's middle
Bad
finger
for
to the
your
EV
wallet.
community.
So bad for my wallet, but insane engine-wise.
These engines are going to be in a bunch of hypercars and supercars. Supercars and like the Bugattis.
Yeah. Us peasants are never going to have this.
So Volkswagen owns Porsche, Bugatti, and all these different companies underneath it, right? And they are also a large contributor to some F1 teams and to some rally teams and stuff like that. So this engine will probably be put and be available if they ever build it, because right now it's just a patent. But if it ever gets built, it will be put into either an F1 car or a hypercar, and then wouldn't be available to the public until they stick one of these after they goes through the emissions processes and everything. It'll probably be stuck in a Bugatti or something like that. Bugatti's third round. So there was the Veyron and the Chiron, and then there's going to be probably another one that has this.
So when can I have this in my Toyota Corolla?
Just steal one from a Bugatti. Just go to
steal one from Bugatti.
And it's absolutely absurd because each individual cylinder requires its own. It's gonna be insane.
No, I'm looking at it.
Insane.
It looks insane. So like because this is all connected to one crankshaft, right? Like just.
Correct. This shares a common crankshaft. Yep. So each one of those heads has 6 cylinders in it.
Oh, so each is 6. So that's how many was it again?
18. It's a W18 cylinder. Mm-hmm.
So is this the most amount of cylinders we ever made so far, or has there been more?
No, there's been more. There's been like a 24 cylinder for like boats and tanks and stuff like that. But
no, but this is like for a car in like in most efficient way possible so far, right? Kind of deal, or what?
By my understanding, yeah.
Okay. Like,
this engine, this is the first time I've ever heard that each individual head can be turbocharged individually.
Oh.
So more often than not, whenever you stick a turbocharge on, what it does is it takes intake air and it takes exhaust pressures and feeds it back into the engine, creating more pressure. When you have more fuel, when you have more air pressure and you have more fuel, because you have to upgrade, you have to have a specific fuel rail system, specific injectors and type thing. But when you have a turbo, it pumps more air into the intake, and it then requires more fuel. And when you have fuel and spark and pressurized air, it creates a bigger explosion.
Yeah.
The more explosions, and the bigger the explosion, and the higher the compression is on it, the more horsepower you can get.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why most turbochargers only really sit anywhere between like 4 to 8 PSI. But more often than not, you can only put like one big turbo on an exhaust manifold, because you have so if you have like a V6 or a V8, there's 3 to 4 cylinders per head. And then those dump down into an exhaust manifold off of each of them, and they come together, and then the turbo is usually put there. So you can dual turbo each individual head, because each head will hold its own compression, or you can put a singular turbo on the one exhaust. This is the first time I've ever seen it done on 3 individual heads at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can have 3 individual turbochargers on the same engine and hold compression, which is insane.
That is insane. What the fuck?
It's absolutely insane. And if the numbers that I crunched are right, and if this is projected to get the amount of horsepower that I think it's going to get, it might pump anywhere between 25 to 2,800 horsepower to crank.
By God. That's a lot of horse girls.
I still want on my Toyota Corolla.
Now, obviously, there's going to be some loss to the wheel, but you're looking at probably a stock 2,000 horsepower vehicle.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, if you want one of those, just go to California and just steal one from the engine.
Yeah, I wonder what the price of the engine itself is going to be.
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
But so here's the thing. So this is, I mean, what's the, yeah, I don't know what the price of this is usually going to be.
It's going to be insane. It's commercially, if you can get it commercially and you can actually purchase it as a consumer,
ain't no way this is really going to be that.
It's going to be in the millions. The only way you won't be able to purchase just this engine, it's going to be wrapped around a car. And the car that you're probably going to find it in is probably going to be in a Bugatti.
Yeah.
And it's going to be anywhere between 2.2 to 3.5 million. Other than that, you'll find them. You know how sick? Okay, now I'm starting to fantasize a little bit. Do you have any idea how sick this engine would be in a narrow wheel-based hypercar like a Porsche would be if they stuck this in a rear engine vehicle like a Porsche and extended it.
Thoughts? I'm sure they probably thought of it.
Dude, and here's the kicker. The most difficult part about having a car like this and the most difficult thing about having an engine like this is not how much horsepower they can cram into a small space. Because more often than not, the bigger the cylinders or the higher the cylinders you had, the longer the engine was. This basically just took a big chunk off of the back and stuck it next to it and made it real square. The problem isn't how many cylinders or how much horsepower you can crank out, because I just saw a side-by-side on Instagram and YouTube. A dude just built a side-by-side with a Ferrari engine in it, and it pumped out 2,300 horsepower. So it's not that big of a deal. The problem is keeping the car on the ground. The problem becomes not so it doesn't take flight type thing.
Yeah.
So that's going to probably be why we don't see this engine pop up on either the market or in the hypercar space for probably another 10 years, if that.
Imagine this in a smart car.
It's probably the size of the smart car.
Just sit on the engine.
I don't know why. And I don't know if this is just because I'm itching to start, because I want to put a turbo on my Chevy Impala that I have a 2012 Chevy Impala that I own, and it's got 300 horsepower to wheel, so it's a peppy car. I want to put a turbocharger on it at about 8 to 10 psi, and that would crank it to about 460 to 485 horsepower to wheel. For an Impala, it's pretty crazy, at least.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's insane. I actually, hold on, just for sorry, with the engine thing, because I was thinking in my head, like, this is insane. It's probably gonna be like, millions of dollars and stuff. I don't know how the engine itself, how much that's gonna be, but in my head, I'm like, what's that meme from? It's the Invincible meme of, look what they have to do to have a fraction of our power.
Yeah.
It's this engine versus EVs or something like that. Because realistically or theoretically, no gas vehicle will ever be as fast as EVs. This engine specifically will be faster than EVs.
Suck on that.
Yes, but we're comparing $1 million engine versus like a $30,000 car.
Yeah, computer.
Yeah, but okay. But here's another thing: is that I can put in. So I'm pretty confident you can put a bigger. I think there's a diesel engine. I think it's a 6.2. If you can put a 6.2 diesel in a Mustang. Like this dude on YouTube, what's his name? Chaplin, I think is his name. He's a big guy, wears has a beard. He loves diesel swapping vehicles. He diesel swapped a Rolls Royce. The dude is redneck engineering through and through, and I absolutely love his channel. I can't remember it for the life of me, but he engine swapped a diesel, turbocharged, supercharged diesel engine into a Ford Mustang once, and that thing beat the brakes out of anything EV. So it's, yeah, well, I can see the whole cost effective thing.
I don't know if they because the thing that's crazy about the thing.
But
so I'm looking up the most powerful EV, but power doesn't always mean speed, because you have to put in weight. But the Hummer EV has about 1,000. Hold on. Yeah, the first edition is about 1,000 horsepower on a 10,000 pound vehicle, which is already like the most heavy commercial vehicle that an average person can drive without needing like a CDL. And I think that one has like a 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. I don't know any gas vehicle that can weigh 10,000 pounds and have a 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds.
Well, the reason why it weighs 10,000 pounds is because it's got such a heavy battery in it.
Yeah, I know, but that's also the benefit of EVs versus normal cars. Like this one, I mean, it does 2,000 pounds or whatever, but all the weight is on one side versus on EVs. It's uniform because the battery's at the bottom and it's generally spread out throughout the entire thing. But I'm loving how this is going because EVs have been the fastest in terms of takeoff speed for a while now.
Wrong. So the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170 has a 1.66 second 0 to 60 time. Bugatti Chiron Super Sport has a 2.4.
So
Hennessy Venom F5 has a 2.5. Pagani Utopia has a 2.5.
So the Model S
has a 2.9.
I think the Model S Plaid is sub 1 second takeoff. The Model S Plaid.
But you said that it's whatever. I hate you EV people because you're just like whatever. I want to go deaf and I want to get high off the fumes. Fuck you.
No. Burn the dinosaurs, Ivan.
No, what I'm trying to get at that. I love that there's this like race of, the power of all this stuff because, gas have always been the only choice, gas and diesel. Mm-hmm. And then EVs came, even though actually technically, fun fact, EVs been around for 100 years or so. Like the first cars were electric.
Yeah.
Fun fact. But I mean, they only went you can only go 2 miles. Or no. Actually, I forgot how far you can go, but they were slow as shit and they took forever, a week to charge. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, gas had the power thing. Then EVs came in, and especially EVs for consumers because that drove people to make more and more EVs. And then you had the Hummer EVs and all that stuff now. And then now we have would you say it was a Porsche? They created this engine that now blows out. It blows any EV power out of the water. So now I'm just waiting for an EV to then overtake that, and then Porsche or someone else. It's like a cat and mouse thing of constantly getting better stuff.
There's a ceiling with this though, because then you just turn regular based vehicles into airplanes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a physical limit for all this, but
we're getting close though. We are getting close to the limit because honestly, if you have something that has enough traction to do a sub 100 or a sub 1 second 0 to 60, dude, this thing is flipping it's doing somersaults because it's got so much to the crank. But yeah, that's crazy. But honestly, I don't know what it is, but I've been seeing these people just having the craziest ideas. I just posted something into the group chat again. I just saw this the other day and it looks amazing. But a dude just took a Ferrari V8 engine V8 engine and built a completely custom chassis around it to turn it into a motorcycle. It's a crotch rocket motorcycle that has a Ferrari V8 in it. I think it's a 900 horsepower or an 800 horsepower motorcycle.
Nice. Oh, okay. So sorry, looking it up because I didn't want to spread misinformation about the 0 to 60 stuff. So it's it's sub 2 seconds, but I'm looking up the actual fast accelerating production car and it's 1.55 seconds. So actually it's pretty close. But that one's the I don't even know how to spell this or say this. McCurdy Spearling is the fastest.
Yeah, I don't know.
Acceleration car.
There's a Dodge Challenger. It's the SRT Demon 170. Has a 1.66 second. It is the fastest American car that you can possibly get, and it's a V8. Yeah. It's a V8 engine and pumps out 1,025 horsepower or something like that.
I think I'm on the same website as you. Yeah. 1.66 seconds.
Yeah. So, and that's American
built. Crazy though.
That's American built too, because everything after that is like German and Italian and Swedish,
Yeah.
I think. America.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. Me when I spread misinformation. No, the McCurdy Spearling is an electric car. That's 0.155 seconds officially claimed. Okay.
What is it? The McCurdy
It's
Spearling?
McCurder. Yeah, McCurdy Spearling. Yeah, I think that it's 1.55 seconds 0 to 60. So that means the second best would be the Dodge Challenger. There's no way a fucking Dodge Challenger has a better 0 to 60 than any other like sports car, like other supercars and shit.
American made,
right,
dude.
Right? And it's American made. That's okay. The fact that it's only 0.11 seconds off from the fastest electric vehicle, and this is a gas and American made.
It's an E85. It's E85. It's a really high ethanol.
Like, brother, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think Whipple actually came together on that drivetrain.
Oh, wait, no, okay, the next up is an EV, okay. Okay, start looking at the list. Every single fastest car in the world in terms of its 0 to 60s are EVs. That Challenger's the only gas. Yo,
let's go, America.
Okay. Yo, okay. All right, Dodge, shave off 0.11 seconds. We got to show them up now. Now that I know it's American made, I'm like, okay, we got to.
Me when I burn dinosaurs to see who's faster.
Well, I mean, that's why God killed the dinosaurs, because he knew we were making cars. So
he knew this Dodge Challenger needed it.
Oh boy, I can't wait for these new engines to burn dinosaurs faster now.
Oh yeah, that's
all the fuel efficiency is like horrifyingly bad. But no,
yeah,
I love it, man. I really like this crap. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I absolutely love it, and I mean, not nearly as much as most, but or some, but I feel like I like it more than most.
USA. Okay, so I know I've shown you in the past, but staying on the kind of car thing. Sorry, Axel. I know I've shown you, Ivan, Gymkhana. Yeah. Do you know what Gymkhana is?
I'm trying to remember.
Gymkhana is that dude, Ken Block, Travis Pastrana. Before Ken Block had passed away, he did that rally car drifting thing through the streets of the city and stuff.
Yes.
Jumped a Black Rifle coffee hop at a helicopter. Have you ever heard of this before, Axel? Called like Hoonicorn or Hoonigan Racing, Ken Block, anything like that? No? Okay, so Ken Block, R.I.P., was a world-class, insane world champion rallycross driver for a lot of years, like a long time. And he developed a racing company called Hoonigan. Hoonigan was basically just his way to be able to do kind of cool rallycross races and film it. It's a media company as well. And a couple years ago, he decided to do this kind of cool documentary style drift with this really particular type of car. It's a type of rallycross car. And he gets permissions from specific sectors of a city, and he'll drift around and just do some of the most impressive type of driving that you can find in really localized areas. And he's been doing it year after year after year after year. And Gymkhana is what he called it. And Gymkhana gave birth to something called the Hoonicorn. The Hoonicorn is probably the only Mustang that I actually like. It's an all-wheel drive, twin turbocharged 1965 Ford Mustang RTR built for Ken Block that has 1,400 horsepower, a top speed of 255, and it's a completely custom-made, lowered 1965 Ford Mustang called the Hoonicorn. I absolutely love this car. It's the only
Nice.
Mustang I like. And it's got American flags all over it. Anyway, he took this thing up Pikes Peak. It does an 8-second quarter mile. The thing is an absolute animal. And he drifted this thing around and did the Gymkhana and all this different stuff. And he sadly passed away from a freak snowmobile accident. And his family decided to hand over the driving responsibilities of Gymkhana to what was at the time his rival, Travis Pastrana, who is someone who has pretty much revolutionized action sports. You have heard of Travis Pastrana, though, right, Axel?
Nope. I'm terrible with names. So if you ever ask me a name, 99% of the time is no.
Ronald McDonald.
Travis Pastrana, he was 199, rode a Suzuki. He's been the face of action sports for a long time. First guy to ever do a double backflip. He owns a complex out in Maryland called Pastrana Land, where all these big name people go to try to break records on motors vehicles. Anyway, he handed the reins off to Travis Pastrana, and he's done a Gymkhana for 2 years now. And he just released that they're doing another one that is to come out in December. Out of Australia. Sorry, 1 second. And the vehicle he's driving for the Gymkhana in 2025 is absolutely insane. It's a Subaru, unfortunately, but it is a custom-built Subaru Baratu, Brataro, 950 or 9,500 turbo, driven by Travis Pastrana. It has 908, or it's a rallycross-derived turbocharged 2.0-liter boxer engine that produces 670 horsepower and can rev up to 9,500 RPMs. And it looks crazy. And I'm super excited to see him rip this thing. All right. I'm done.
Nice.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You were kind of like lagging near the end of that.
Was I? Oh, sorry.
But you're good. You're good.
But yeah, this car
I also
is
just realized
sick.
I realized that I forgot to charge my camera light, so I'm relying on the window light, and everything's just getting darker and darker on my end because there's like no more sunlight. So it is possible I might just go completely dark. So I think if I go on a page that's pure white, I think my face lights up. So I'll try to keep it like that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There's the Subaru that Travis Pastrana is driving this year.
Damn. It looks kind of funky.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was going to look like that.
Yeah. And then his
but it's a Subaru, so I guess they all look funky.
Yeah, it's a type of truck, like a El Camino almost. Like it's got a hatch in the back. It's got a bed on the back of it. But the bed is just as long as the hood because of the engine that's in it.
That's funny.
But that's all I got on the cars.
Oh yeah, there's always plenty of stuff for cars. Plenty of stuff.
I love wrenching on them too. I like wrenching on them when it's for aftermarket and for fun things. I don't like fixing them. Fixing them and putting aftermarket pieces on them or swapping out parts that are actually like needed, like putting a turbocharger on it or doing this to make it look cooler or that kind of stuff. Adding modifications is fun. Fixing, no.
I mean, fixing is...
No, thank you.
I mean, there's something nice about fixing something that's broken and have it feel so much better, like driving and
yeah, that's true.
All that shit. I don't know, but I guess to continue on, I have a couple of tech stuff. So Axel, remember when I asked you earlier about would you ever like get off of Discord, and you're like, nah, or
yes.
or I think you.
Please explain yourself. Yeah.
So I only say this now because I've been putting this off for a while, and of course, I love to either self-host or use something that is open source and, usually better than these other software stuff. So like for me, I haven't been using Google for at least 5 years now. I switched to Proton back in like 2020. And then I've been basically using all their suites. I don't use Proton Drive because it's slow as shit. And it doesn't have like any sort of API access or WebDAV or any stuff to access the drives without just going through Proton. And it's slow as shit. And did I mention it's slow as shit? Because it's slow as shit. But I self-host my own drive, like my own storage stuff. And up until recently, I am now self-hosting my own, in layman's term, my own Discord alternative to make it, so basically what it is it's called the Matrix Protocol. And what Matrix is the most popular and most documented open source kind of it's not social media, but just chat system in the world, and it's open source. So it's already amazing. But yeah, the Matrix Protocol, or just Matrix, not the movie. And the beauty of it is that it's a protocol. So there's so many people that have created apps and other like shit that is Matrix compliant. And the most popular one is either Synapse or this thing called Element, which is a Matrix Discord thing. I'm using this thing called Conduit, and it's basically a Matrix implementation written in Rust. And for people who hopefully not tune out too much, I love the Rust programming language. So anytime I see something that's written in Rust, I will use it over anything else because I love Rust.
Right. You're welcome.
But yeah, right. So I'm happy that I, learned Rust, so I use it everywhere now. But yeah, it's basically a self-hosted Discord alternative. It's a protocol that deals with messaging. So you have your, normal chat messaging. You could upload files like pictures, videos, files, or whatever, just like in Discord, but without the fucking file limits. Because Discord, you have like, 20 megabytes or something limit? Or I could be wrong. I don't know. Upload a file. I'm going to upload the podcast and see what it tells me that I can't do that. I have max file size 10 megabytes, so it's even worse. And you have to pay Discord Nitro to get 500 megabytes. You can't even do a gig, which is stupid. I mean, I don't know what you need to be throwing in to be a gig, but, I hate limits. But it does pictures, videos, file formats that, the beauty of this, it's also end-to-end encrypted if you create your channel. But it kind of works very similar to Discord. It has your own video calls, your own just normal call stuff. And I just love it that it's self-hosted. No one has my chat stuff data other than me. But the biggest thing about this, it's also federated, which is a whole other topic. Mm-hmm. But essentially, in layman's terms, what federation does is, let's say we have two guys. They each have their own self-hosted Matrix server, right? They can set each other's servers into their trusted server list. And now both of these servers can talk to each other. And the users, let's say I set up a server and you set up one, Axel. Mm-hmm. If we set each other as our own federated, trusted server list, users like me and whoever wants to use my server can now talk to people on your server and vice versa without needing to actually get on each other's servers. So it's like, it's awesome because you can have like fucking thousands of servers in one area. So it's just like a conglomerate of so many different servers, and just being able to, I mean, it's exactly like Discord. You know how you have different servers that you can get into? Like for us, we have the Variety Hub thing that we use. And then there's, for me, the LCS, because I'm in the League of Legends server as well. And it's just one account that I can now use on the LCS thing if it's federated. I don't know. It's cool. I know I'm nerding out and y'all probably aren't paying attention as much, but it's my own self-hosted Discord
no, that's really
thing.
sick, man.
And
honestly, I'm all for hopping on that bandwagon and trying it out. You just haven't sent me the credentials yet.
Yeah. So the beauty of this, my server, I only bring this up because, of course, I will always do my self-hosted stuff. Not everyone's going to like the self-hosted stuff, but me and Reed set it up Ivan, on his.
Tuck the tinfoil back. Tuck the tinfoil back.
Well, it's less about tinfoil. It's more just like, I hate it when Discord's so fucking slow and sometimes it just doesn't want to work. Versus this one, I know it's not going to slow down because I'm not going to you can't put ads and shit on this. I mean, technically you can, but I'm not going to put in the effort to do that because that involves programming something, and I do not want to do that. I already do that work.
Money off of it.
No. Actually, I don't know if you can. I think the license for. Oh no, it's just a protocol. There's no license for that. But I don't know. It's nice. Reed and I are federated together. He's on his own server. I'm on mine, and we've been talking to each other using the Matrix protocol. Like, we haven't used Signal that often, and I'm not trying to replace Signal because technically it can, because you can DM people, you can create group chats in this. But we just been talking on Matrix. The apps we use is called Element. It's probably the most popular Matrix app. But yeah, we just been talking on that. Everything's end-to-end encrypted. It's awesome. And yeah, the only downside to this is trying to get people to use it is its biggest hurdle. Because like Axel, in your instance, you probably don't want to switch over because, you have a lot of friends already on Discord and they're most likely never going to move to Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And you have servers and stuff that probably don't have their own Matrix server.
One issue is that people is exactly like most social media platforms, like YouTube, like everything else. People have to migrate to that site and like have a reason to move over there. Like Skype killed itself, and that's why Discord took the void and scooped up literally everyone. For anyone to literally for anyone to move after this, Discord has to die, and then Matrix has to be ready to take that.
So one of the reasons why I'm kind of wanting to move away is because Discord is enshittification. Well, it's doing the enshittification process, but it's enshittifying currently because present tense.
It's really shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just getting worse. And one thing that I've noticed immediately, because I hate using, in the beginning, Discord was awesome, but, it's not self-hosted. They started adding paid stuff. You can't stream high-quality stuff. Like, at least on Linux, you can use the official Discord, but sometimes not all the stuff works. Like, screen sharing with audio didn't work. I'm using a third-party Discord thing called Goofcord, which kind of has its own JavaScript injection into it that gets rid of the analytics that Discord collects off of you, and it gives you plugins so you can like fake nitro, which sometimes doesn't work or most of the time doesn't work. And it's also really fucking slow sometimes on Linux or even on Android and iOS. I don't even think you can get a not official Discord. Like you can't sideload apps on iOS, so you're already fucked there. But I use a sideloaded like Discord edited thing, kind of like on Linux. But sometimes that doesn't work and it just crashes. But I've been using Element or my Matrix thing, and it's been nothing but smooth sailing. There's no fucking telemetry and shit, and it just fucking works. Yeah, and I love it.
Yep.
I would love to move to it, but I know not everyone's going to move to it, so I'm forced to be on Discord. Like, we could technically have our voice comms in the Matrix protocol and not use Discord, but that would involve people getting a new... Yeah, I use Goofcord too, but under the hood, still Discord, just a slightly modified version of Discord. And yeah, I don't know. That's what sucks about trying to, stay private and secure is not everyone's into it, so, and they won't use the apps. But yeah, that's what I got for that. I gotta say, at least for the podcast, I'm at least happy that I can force y'all to use whatever for storing the media and sharing. But I can't force the communications, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just inconvenience.
Free speech, bitch.
It's an inconvenience to move, literally.
I know
that. I mean, like, TeamSpeak for the longest time has been trying to fill the void of Discord, but I think one of the main issues is ease of use.
Yes. I was using TeamSpeak before Discord, like because I was part of a YouTube group or whatever, and we had a bunch of people, like probably like 20 people in total, and we'd always do like Minecraft, like SMPs and shit, and like a bunch of other stuff.
I read that book too.
What?
I read that book too.
What do you mean?
Mein Kampf?
Oh, Mein Kampf? I was like, wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but we had this whole, YouTube, like Minecraft YouTube group or whatever back in the day. And we used to use Skype, but then that started, kind of going to shit. And we needed something like a lot better of voice comms. So I set up TeamSpeak for everyone to use, and we used the shit out of TeamSpeak. And then one of the guys was just like, hey, there's this new app, there's this new like service called Discord. It's in beta, so like I used Discord since before it was officially released. And yeah, we just switched over to that, and I kind of wish we stuck with TeamSpeak. It was kind of cool, but Discord was better of a service. But nowadays, you can easily set up your own Matrix protocol server and get away from Discord. Because, I mean, I know I'm technical, but like nowadays it's as easy as like one button installs for like some VPS server stuff. And you don't have to worry about Discord shit spying on you. And also, limiting your file upload to 10 fucking megabytes. That is so fucking small.
It is.
That's not even, you can't even upload any kind of like sound clips for 10 megabytes.
They have upgraded the cap you can have on servers to like 2.6 million people on your server, but 10 megabytes is too much.
Yeah, right? Like, it's fucking wild, dude. Just like,
it's crazy.
Please. But yeah, it's there if you want. I'll put my Matrix URL in the description if anyone wants to join that. I could have done that for this Discord. I just realized because the Discord that we use is open.
Would it be called Join Our Matrix server or some shit? Like,
yeah. Join Our Matrix. I might create a Mastodon for us.
That sounds fucking dystopian. Join Our Matrix, please.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do that. Eventually, I'm going to set us up for like PeerTube or something, like a self-hosted like YouTube alternative that's also federated. Mastodon, which is like a Twitter alternative, which also is federated. So I might start getting into all...
That's crazy that you completely abandoned Odysee. Now we're going to PeerTube. And then we're going to abandon the PeerTube people as well.
No. Okay. So I always wanted to do both Odysee and PeerTube just because they're both trying to contend against YouTube. But Odysee, just because that seems like a more polished YouTube alternative. But PeerTube, just because that's our own self-hosted version of YouTube, which you can't host Odysee. Or at least I don't think you can host Odysee, but PeerTube you can. So that's something that I can have on my server. So like when we upload something, I can have an easy script that also throws it to the PeerTube folder or whatever. And PeerTube will just use that and it's already uploaded. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm getting into, they call this the Fediverse or Fediverse, I think. Anything that can be federated. And yeah. Oh, sorry. Another thing, not to continue this nerd rant, but another thing with Matrix, there's these things called bridges that you can connect other apps to. So you can connect like WhatsApp to your Matrix. You can connect Discord, which I'm going to do because I think I'm officially just going to not use Discord anymore. I think I'm just going to delete it. Not my account, or maybe I'll do that and create a new account, but
No, keep your
I'm going to
account.
delete Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I already have, people know me from here, but
No, yeah, the only reason why I don't delete accounts is for impersonation ever in the future.
impersonation.
Yeah, because people can, if you don't have that name anymore, you can just steal it.
Huh, I suppose.
That's one of the reasons why I
But-
don't change things.
All right. But yeah, anyways, there's bridges for everything. There's a bridge for Signal too. But I'm not going to get rid of Signal. I like Signal a lot. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to do that. Delete Discord, delete it off my phone too. And if anyone talks to me through Discord, there's going to be an API call or something that will then send the message to my Matrix server or DM me, I think, on my Matrix. And I can talk to people that way. So I think I'm going to do that. So
Mhm.
is Liddy.
All right.
Rant over.
And with that being said, thank you everybody for watching this week's episode of the Load Up Deal podcast.
I didn't realize we're already like at an hour. How long was my rant? Jeez.
It was quite a bit.
Might be. It's my Tylenol showing.
No, it's all good. I'm gonna redo the thing.
Okay.
But with that being said, thank you everybody for watching this week's episode of the Load Up Deal podcast. Check out all our shit down in the description down below. We're gonna have like 70 more links down there now. Because of Ivan.
Yep.
Be sure to click on all of them. But the all links are trusted 100%. And
They're all trusted, yes.
Trust.
Just make sure you have a VPN.
Make sure you have a VPN before you click on it. But with that being said, you also have anything to say before we go?
If you see a command prompt randomly turn on and turn off, don't worry about it.
I just realized my
Never mind.
shit was out of position. Anyways, but yeah, John, you got anything?
Yeah, fuck EV, use gas.
Kill the dinosaurs. And be sure,
America.
for me, be sure to bet on your anime horse girls. Okay, with that being said, we'll see everybody next time. Bye.